Welcome to day 1 of Monke Mastering, where I'm going to be teaching a bunch of new players how to master Gorilla Tag. Since it's day number 1, I'm not going to go super in depth into things, but I'm just going to be teaching you about the basics of the game and things that you should know. When you first install Gorilla Tag, you're going to be in this place called the tutorial. Right off the bat, you'll realize that you don't use your joysticks in this game. You have to use your arms. Think of it this way. Your hands are now your new legs. You cannot move around with your legs in the air. So you have to move around with your hands moving like your legs. For this first obstacle, you have to jump up by taking your hands and pushing them against the floor and then hopping up on top of here. From here, you have to walk all the way over here, and here's where it starts to get very difficult for new players. To get past this part of the thing, you can either go up a ramp or wall hop between these two walls right here and get up. Now obviously, if you just got a VR, you're probably not going to do this one, so you go for the ramp. But then, when you try and go up this ramp, you're only going upwards instead of forwards. So the way that you get up this obstacle right here is to take your arms and climb it with one hand at a time. You can take as much time as you need, it's not like you're on a time limit. Then when you get up to here, the ramp will get a lot shallower, so then you can go a little bit faster. And then now, you're at flat ground. After this, you'll get to this horrifying drop. But don't worry, there is zero fall damage in this game. So you can safely just hop down, and you enter your first ever map, the forest. When you come out of tutorial, there's a great chance that you're going to be in a lobby with a bunch of other people, and your gorilla color might be lava. When you're lava, your objective is to go out and tag other monkeys to make them lava too. But being Lava Monkey also gives you a speed boost. It's pretty subtle, but once the round restarts and you're back to normal monkey, then you're definitely gonna see the difference. This place is really challenging to get the hang of. For starters, you have the really hard walls from the tutorial, you have a very steep climb to the treehouse, and you have trees all around. But don't worry, by the end of these 15 days, you'll know this map like the back of your hand. But you may notice that there's one tree vastly different from the rest. This is Stump. So every time you log into the game, you're not going to spawn inside a tutorial, you're going to spawn inside a stump, and to be more specific, right there. But you might be asking, how do you even get inside a stump? There's a ramp that leads all the way up to Stump, so you just want to do exactly what you did into the tutorial and take your time climbing up this ramp. But then you get to this part. The ramp stops, but you're not inside a stump. But this is because you have to turn around, and this is what chokes up a lot of new players. You have to jump from here all the way up to here, but that might be really hard for somebody who just got a headset. The way how I learned to do things like this, you want to take your arm, bounce up to this wall right here, and then bounce up to the ramp. From here, it's just smooth sailing. You want to go up this short little ramp, and to your left, this is the inside of Stump. When you're in Stump, there's a bunch of things in here. There's a cosmetic wardrobe where you can pick any cosmetic that you've bought and put it on your gorilla. There's an elevator, which don't go inside it yet. There's a computer where you can change your name, the language of your game, your turn speed, your mic, and a bunch of other things. And we also have all of these game modes that you can choose from. Right now, you're on Infection. If you want a more casual play experience, then go on Casual. There's no tagging, and it's just chill out. Freeze tag is where there's a monkey that's frozen, and he has to try and freeze all the other monkeys. And also Super Infection, which gives you a bunch of different gadgets to use to try and tag other people. But that's not all, there's still a lot of things that you need to know. One of them is that Forest is not the only map that you can play tag in. In fact, let me tell you all the maps that you can have. You can get into the Canyons map by going through the orange hallway inside of Stump. You can go into the city map by going down this hallway in Stump, which will lead you to this wonderful area right here. I'm going to show you every map and how to get to it, but if you don't really want to see that, skip to this timestamp right here. You can get into the hoverboard map by going through this hole in the wall in Forest. You can get to the beach map by going through here and climbing the very tall rope that's in there. This isn't necessarily a different map, but you can get to the Nice Gorilla store by going through this hallway right here. In the Nice Gorilla store, you can go through this hallway right here to get inside of the Atrium map. From here, you can either go to the Lost and Found, which lets you play a really cool prop hunt game, or Monkey Blocks, which lets you play with literal Legos. You can get to the Mountains map by following these steps. Go behind this little hut right here and through this hallway, climbing up the ramp, and going through this hole right here. This is literally my favorite map in the entire game because it lets you slip and slide and move without any effort. And also, this is my unofficial house, the Igloo. You can get to the ranked game mode by going here, completing this obstacle course, and going through that hole in the wall right there. You can get to the basement map by going behind the J-Man Curly store, through this hallway, opening this door, and going down these stairs. There used to be a really fun game mode where you can go throughout this entire maze and try and not get attacked by the monk eyes, but they sadly had to get rid of it for lore reasons. You can get to the Clouds map by going through this little detour in the city hallway and going up this little fountain. Here's what the map looks like. You can get to the Critters map by following these steps. Go down the hallway that you did to go to the Mountains map, and instead of going to where the mountain sign is, turn to your left and you'll find this sign that says Critters, and go through this hole in the wall. You can get to the Arcade map by following these steps. Go to this ramp right in front of the hallway to go to Mountains and Critters, and go through this hole in the wall that leads you to the arcade. You can play some games like Pong. You used to be able to do the whack-a-mole thing, but it's just not working right now. In the Caves map, you can either go down this waterfall to get to the revamped caves, or through this hole in the wall in the entrance to get to the original caves. You can get to Gorilla Corp by using either the elevator in Stump City and Monkey Blocks, or going down to OG Caves and going through this hallway right here. This will bring you to a game mode where you have to fight off monsters and drill deeper into the earth. And last but certainly not least, the over 100 custom-made maps by the community. Like, I'm being so dead honest, there's like 154 maps in this VR headset where you can go into by holding this handle and putting your head up against it for 3 seconds. That was a lot of maps, and I almost forgot a few of them. So here are some things that you should know about Gorilla Tag. There are 11 types of cosmetics, including the tag effects, hats, shirts, badges, arms, paws, face, pants, chests, back, and fur. But when you first load into the game, all of these will be as grayed out as chest and tag. Why is this? Because you actually have to go to the Nice Gorilla store that I was talking about earlier, and you have to buy one of the many cosmetics that change out every 4 weeks. Or you can come over here to the cosmetics that will never change, including the ranked set. Don't buy this one. The headband, the string neck, I don't know what to call this, the Ushanka, the bow tie, the scarf, the headphones, the purple beanie, the red hat thing, the cup hat, the cowboy hat, my personal favorite, the top hat, the chef hat, the cap, the pink fedora, the sun hat, any of these badges, the Italian headband, the green long sleeve shirt thing, the Italian headband, the red long sleeve shirt thing, the black long sleeve shirt, the rainbow headband, and the decorated long sleeve shirt. Oh, but that's not all. These are all the cosmetics that change out every 4 weeks, and these are actually based on the season. Right now, it's Christmas 2025, so it has all the holiday 2025 cosmetics. But over here is actually the flashback zone. You can get a bunch of cosmetics that were available at this time for all the past 4 years. And you can also buy monkey block sets right here for shiny rocks. But what are shiny rocks? Shiny rock is the in-game currency of the game. You start off with 500 shiny rocks when you first get the game. You can gain 100 shiny rocks every day if you just log in. There are a few cosmetics that only certain people get. These cosmetics range from these 3 right here that are given to the certain tiers of creators, the Forest Guide stick, the admin badge, which is only given to Lemming, the owner of Gorilla Tag, and that's all you need to know for the basics of Gorilla Tag. But wait! If you want to go more in depth on topics like how to outrun every lava monkey, how to maneuver branches, and how to climb the walls of forest, then subscribe. Not only does it help out me, it'll also help out you because you get to know useful information so early on in the game. I'll see all of you in day 2, and have a very holly jolly day.